Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav Verma and currently I am a part of Lexis and Company as a legal intern. Today I am going to talk about contingent contracts under Indian Contract Act 1872. There are various type of contracts. One can get into various kind of agreement for performance or non-performance of certain act. One way of understanding contract is by dividing them into two types. Number one is absolute and number two is contingent contract. Absolute contract is one where the promisor performs the contract without any condition, whereas contingent contract are the ones where the promisor performs his obligation only when certain conditions are met. So we can say the word contingent means when an event or situation is contingent, that is depend on some other event or facts. For example, making money is contingent on finding a good paying job. Hence, the contingent contract means enforceability of that contract is directly depend upon happening or non-happening of an event. Under the eye of law, Section 31 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 define the term contingent contract, which is a contingent contract is a contract to do or not to do something if some event collateral to such contract does or does not happen. In simple words, contingent contracts are the one where the promisor performs his obligation only when certain conditions are met. For example, the contract of insurance, indemnity and guarantee are the basic examples of contingent contract. Let's understand the topic with some example. Let's say A contract to pay B rupees 20,000 if B's house is burnt. This is a contingent contract, that is A is going to fulfill his promise till the B house get burnt. Let's see another example. In a life insurance contract, the insurer pays a certain amount if the insured die under certain condition. The insurer is not called into an action until the event of the death of the insured happens. This is a contingent contract. So in a basic term we can say that it is a promise, it is a contract between two parties with a certain conditions to be fulfilled, or to be met. Now let's see the essential elements of contingent contract. Number one essential is there must be valid contract to do or abstain from doing something. Section 32 and 33 of the Act talks about enforcement of contingent contract on the happening or non-happening of the event respectively. The contract will be valid only if it talks about performing or not performing an obligation. For example, A makes a contract with B to buy B's dog if C survives. This contract cannot be enforced by law unless and until C dies in A's lifetime. Let's say another example. If A agree to pay B a sum of money in a certain ship, if certain ship does not return, the ship is sunk. The contract can be enforced when the ship sinks. To a better understanding, let's take another example. If A agrees to pay B a sum of money if in case sun rises in the west. Hence, until the condition has been met, the contract cannot be enforced by law. Number two essential is that performance of contract must be conditional. The condition for which the contract has been entered into must be a future event, and it should not be uncertain. If the performance of contract is dependent on an event which is although a future event but certain and sure to happen, then it will not be considered as contingent contract. Third essential is the said event must be collateral to such contract. The event on whose happening or non-happening of the event on which the performance of contract is dependent should not be a part of consideration of the contract. The happening or non-happening of the event should be collateral to the contract and should exist independently. For example, A entered into a contract with B and promised to deliver 10 books to him. A promised to pay rupees 2000 upon delivery. This is not a contingent contract since B's obligation depend on the event which is a part of a contract, that is delivery of 10 books, and not a collateral event. Number 4 essential, the event should not be the discretion of the promisor. The event so considered as for the contingency should not at all to be dependent on the promisor. It should be a totally futuristic and uncertain event. For example, A promised to pay B rupees 10,000 if B leaves Delhi for London on 31st July 2021. This is a contingent contract. Going to London can be within B's will, but it is not merely his will. I hope you like the video. Thank you.